Hey folks, AJ with Hippie Fertilizing. Let's nerd out a little bit, okay? Earlier I posted a video about biospectrum and the fact that it has yucca extract in there. I don't even think it says that anymore on the package. Who cares? Anyway, let's get into why yucca extract is something that you might want to use on your plants and your lawn, okay? It says it has saponins, if I'm saying that right, a natural surfactant or wetting agent, right? This is one way yucca extract helps plants. Surfactants break the surface tension of liquids, allowing them to be more easily distributed and absorbed. This is super important, especially here in the South. Gosh dang. Sorry about the shakiness. Anyway, so as we get into this, right, we have clay soil around here, and pretty much anywhere you can have issues with like hydrophobic problems, right? So it repelling water, and I always want to find natural solutions to my lawn care, my fertilizing, my tree fertilizing, stuff like that. There is other wetting agents. Essentially, they are super concentrated soaps. I'm not really against them. I haven't really tried them yet. Uh, it is an alternative to core aeration. However, I would say when you have really bad conditions, I think you don't want to just do core aeration because I see it all the time. And what happens is, oh, I core aerated my lawn. I put down the regular fertilizer, right? It looked good for a short amount of time. Then it goes back to however it was, if not worse. Well, let me explain a little bit about why. All right. If you didn't add organic matter in those holes, other soil aggregates, sand, silt, and around here we're popping up clay. See, we don't need any more clay, right? Or in newer developments, which saturated around, you do have like a layer of clay or sand. It's like sod, sand, clay, right? There's not a real mixture. There's not a loam. So what you want to do is put down a compost or flower bed mix. I personally find that a high quality flower bed mix will equally perform as a high quality compost for a fraction of the cost. So for my business in Hippie Fertilizing, I use a bed mix is what they call it from the ground up. I love it. It's clean, it's screened, it's the bee's knees. I've used a lot of other soil products around in bulk. I don't like them because they're not consistent, they're not screened, they just don't perform as well, period. And so I like a clean bed mix because it's more economically priced for me and my customers. However, a high quality compost is an excellent way to go, especially if you're working on a small project. So I know I veered way off from yucca extract, right? But that's because part of the huge reason to use it is because it's a natural way to penetrate the soil, which is why we want to do a core aeration anyway. Okay, so we can skip the mechanical breaking up of the soil, so that when you do that, you can kill a lot of important stuff. Fungal hyphae, bacteria, you're exposing soil to the elements in a different way than what they're made to function. So it's not always the best. So as yucca extract is pretty pricey, its recommendations are very low rates. Just like the concentrated soap, super low rates for quite a massive amount of space. But here's some things that the soap and the core aeration are not going to do that yucca extract does, okay? It drastically helps reduce stress from drought, heat, salinity, and even cold, okay? It helps protect against pathogens, diseases, bugs, fungus, brown patch. Now, is it a silver bullet? No, nothing is, okay? But is it something that is going to help improve the health of your lawn, your turf, your soil drastically? Absolutely. And of course, infiltration of water. I find around here, we have a lot of lawns that aren't so healthy. So even when the customer's watering all the time, they're not getting the true efficiency of their watering because it's not absorbing that well, right? So doing something like a super heavy application of yucca extract, and I like products where like you almost can't go wrong because, hey, I'm in this business and trust me, you can make mistakes quick, especially when temperatures go up and down all around, mostly when we're worried about drought and heat, right? Put down a little bit too much nitrogen, toast. Put down a little bit too much X, Y, and Z, toast, right? Don't water it in a whole bunch. It's not as effective, waste of money, okay? So, products like a yucca extract, which I was mentioning in my last video, is super consistent in the products that I really favor, from Microlife to Organics to the Miramichi Green, that Biospectrum stuff. One consistent thread is the ones that I like the most have a yucca extract. And I really didn't extrapolate that information for myself until just recently. I'm like, why do I like all these? They have other components. Most are bioinoculated, so they're adding microbes and fungi, which we need all the time, just like ourselves, right? Oh, take probiotics, good for your gut, because we're always going through different environmental stresses. For us, what do you think your grass is going through, right? Gets mowed, gets watered, gets hella rain, gets hella drought. It's going through changes all the time, and just like with ourselves, we want to try and maintain a balance the best we can. We want to do the same thing with our lawn. So, yeah, I mean, those are definite things where, as I'm looking at products and what I want to do for my lawns this year and even moving forward forever, something I have decided that's going to be here to stay, like molasses, humic acid, seaweed, yucca extract. It's here to stay. It's forever. As long as I'm alive, because I have found that it is something that the more I incorporate it into my practice, the more consistent my results are. And you will be seeing this as I get out and do my thing in the field here in the future. So thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, throw me your comments, ask me your questions. I am in the League City area of Texas, south of Houston. So we deal with a lot of gumbo clay and we deal with salty conditions, right? I don't know much about northern grass, but I know a little bit about St. Augustine and Bermuda, which I think is so much easier to manage than St. Augustine because you can throw a lot more at it without damaging it necessarily, as long as you water it well, and it will perform usually better. Now, St. Augustine, in my opinion, you get that stuff right, leave it alone, right? You get that stuff right, it becomes a little more self-sufficient. Bermuda, on the other hand, how people want their lawns, that's never going to be self-sufficient. There's always going to be some high maintenance stuff when you want that beautiful golf course lawn. But, I mean, look at what's going on and what you want the look to be like. It should be kind of expected, right? So, we'll talk more about this later. I just kind of wanted to nerd out a little bit and have a video that didn't stop on me, right? Thank you for watching. Check out hippiefertilizing.com and check the links below for other things that I recommend. Thank you. Peace.